Hi friends, welcome to Extreme channel. Today we will be learning about Introduction to Management. Let us start with the term management. Let us understand the meaning of it. To manage is to forecast and plan, to organize, to command and to control. It is the process of planning, decision making, organizing, leading, motivation and controlling the human resources, financial, physical and information resources of an organization to reach its goals efficiently and effectively. Now, you might be thinking that when we do not know the meaning of planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling, and so on, how would we understand the term management clearly? Let me make it clear to you. For example, there is a company, and every company has material, materials, machines, and every company has their own goals, right? Own goals that they want to achieve. How do they achieve that? Every To achieve these goals, they form different types of strategies of organization, and we also have efforts. Why do we have efforts? Because we have men in the company. We have efforts of employees or men. Every company has certain goals, and to achieve goals every company has strategy of organization, first thing, and second thing they have efforts of employees to form a coordination between strategy of organization and efforts of employee is nothing but management. To form the coordination between these two elements is termed as management. Let us understand the functions of management. First one is planning. Planning, it deals with chalking out future course of action and deciding in advance the most appropriate course of actions for achievement of predetermined goals and objectives. It is the basic function of management. It deals with chalking out future course of action. We need to decide in advance that what we are going to do if certain uncertainties or risks appear in the organization. We need to decide everything in advance. This helps in eliminating confusion, uncertainties. This helps in eliminating confusions, uncertainties, risks, and wastages. If everything is decided in advance, there won't be any confusion. Hence, planning is really important. Next is organizing. It is the process of bringing together physical, financial, and human resources and developing productive relationship amongst them for achieving the organizational goals. We have men, machinery, everything. We have everything now. We need to organize them. We need to bring together all the parts of the organization to achieve the determined goals and objectives. Bringing together physical resources, that is materials and machines, financial resources, that is the budget of every department or the process, and human resources is nothing but the employees, the assets of the organization. Bringing all this together is called as organizing. Next, coming to staffing, it is the function of manning the organizational structure and keeping it manned. Manning the organizational structure is nothing but placing the right man on the right job. That is called as staffing. And they're saying it is the function of manning the organizational structure, okay. And they're also saying keeping it manned. Why they are saying keeping it manned? Because once for example, once we have divided all the works and given the right job to the right person, our task is not done there. We need to keep an eye on it and change the positions of employees if it is required. We need to keep it manned and updated. That is nothing but staffing. For example, there are two persons, A and B. This A person is really good in technical things, for example, and this B person is really good in handling human resources. If if this B person is given the job of coding, decoding, forming these codes and languages, etc., and this A person is given the job of HR manager, will that work? That definitely won't work, right? Because B has to be given the job of HR manager and A has to be given the job of coding and decoding. Only then there will be efficient use of human resources, right? That is staffing. Next, coming to fourth function of the management, directing. Directing is a key function, letting staff know what needs to be done and also by when. Now, directing is called as key function. Why is directing called as key function? Because till now, what we have studied, that is planning, organizing, and staffing. This is only theoretical process. We are only planning the things that will take place in future, and here we are just organizing the organizing thing. We are just bringing together all the here resources, that is physical, financial, and human resources. And in staffing, we are assigning right job to the right person, but we are not doing anything in physical. We are not doing anything that will earn us profit, right? It is a key function because here we are letting staff know what needs to be done. Here staff will come to know what they need to be done and by when. There will be stipulated deadlines which they have to achieve. That is called as directing. Next is coordinating. Coordinating efforts of various departments. In an organization, we have different departments such as finance department, HR department, marketing department, and so on. We need to coordinate the efforts of those departments, because if we do not do that, for example, finance department will be working for one project and we come to know that HR department is working for some other project, so that won't work. There won't be coordination and that will not lead us to determine goals of the organization. Hence coordination is very important. Next is reporting. Reporting refers to keeping the channels of communication open both the ways throughout the organization. Reporting refers to keeping the channels of communication open both the ways. Here, both the ways in the sense, the first way is employer's way, the second way is employees way. We need to uh, we need to keep open the communication channel of employers as well as employees. Employers are nothing but the top management and employees are nothing but middle level and lower level management. We need to keep open the communication of these both, because if there is any defect in the work or if the work is not done properly, the top management will guide them that what how it has to be done. And employees, if they have, we need to keep open their channel as well, because if they have certain problem or um, difficulty in completing the assigned task, then they need to communicate it to the top management. Only then things will be fine. Hence, both the communication channels should be open. That is called as reporting. Coming to the budgeting function, budgeting, every company has got resources such as man, money, material, time should be allocated to each and every work center or project in advance, and the account has to be maintained. Finance is the lifeblood of every business, hence we need to assign certain amount of money for every department to function properly. Next is controlling. Controlling is the process to monitor success. Controlling is the process to monitor success because here the actual performance is measured with the targeted performance. For example, a small company wants to achieve sale of 10,000 rupees in the month of July. They come to know that they have achieved only 8,000 rupees of sales, and 10,000 and 8,000 is not equal. Here they are comparing both the things. Hence, if If it is 8,000, we need to take corrective measures or corrective plans. If it is above 10,000 or 10,000 plus, then it is well and good. If it is lesser than that, we need to take corrective actions or plans. Hence, controlling is really important. So these are the functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling are the five major um, functions of management, whereas coordinating, reporting, and budgeting are not so important. But to understand the whole concept of post corp, all these functions are really important. Thank you. Stay tuned with Extreme channel and do subscribe.